Humboldt State tonight, joined by our good friend Frank Cheek, definitely our favorite interview. Coach, last time I talked to you was pre-1,000 wins. With 1,000 in the rearview mirror now, what did that mean to you?
We were looking for 1,001.
Okay, just looking for the next milestone?
Looking for the next win.
Okay, fair enough. The regular season winding down, of course. We'll talk to you what that means, but when it comes to HSU softball and what you've built here, the regular season is just a step in what the season can be. But first off, just the regular season, what's at stake as you go on the road to Cal State San Bernardino?
Well, San Bernardino's in the lower half of the standings, and they've been struggling lately. What we have to do is keep in mind what the upper teams are doing. For example, we're one game up on Dominguez Hills, but they have 8 games to play, and we have 4. So any combination of losses there helps our cause. But you got Monterey Bay with only 2 losses, and they have 4 games this week with San Diego, so hopefully they pick up a loss there. But every loss helps us, and every win helps us. So if we go down there and win all 4, there's no question. We go down there and win 3, we're still tied for first place, depending on what the other teams do. If we lose 2, then there could be a problem with other teams involved. So our job is to go down there, play our best, and hopefully win 3 games or 4 games.
And with that said, of course, the regional rankings out there, you guys continue to hold that top spot. Do you feel that with that 3 or 4, you're also wrapped that up as well?
Well, I think right now Dixie's number 2. Stanislaus has dropped 6 games out of the last 8, so they've dropped out of probably the top 6. And team Sonoma State's coming on strong. What we have to do is take care of business. I don't think we can fall lower than 2nd, because Dixie's finished, Hawaii Pacific's finished, and they're setting 2 and 3. So they don't play this week, so it's all balls in our court.
The Super Regional, of course, you could be the 2 seed and still host as they split these, at least as it's now. It's as Tom explained last week on the show, you really have 16 4-team regions. What are your thoughts on the Super Regionals? They change things up a little bit.
I like the fact that you have a mini series and take the 2 winners and play a best 2 out of 3. I like that. That makes it more equitable, and the fact we can host, because you only have to put up 1 team instead of 8 teams. So as far as Humboldt State is concerned, it works out very well for us.
And I would imagine it's a little less daunting to the players and yourself to win a 4-team tournament than an 8-team tournament.
Winning's winning.
Okay, I gotta remember when I'm talking here sometimes, sir. Okay, then that means we're talking about tournaments. The CC2A tournament has moved. Now I'm calling this the Frank Cheek rule, or the Humboldt State rule. As the season gets underway, they kind of, oh, by the way, we're going to have a conference tournament down in Stockton. Coach, your thoughts on that?
I think it's true what you said. They were tired of coming up here. It's very expensive. The teams have been complaining in our league meetings from day one. Why do we got to come to Humboldt? Let's get it centrally located. And the commissioner stipulated that the team that's number 1 deserves that. And I'm saying, that's right. Now the commissioner is saying, hey, this is costing everybody money. Let Humboldt travel. Let's go to a central location. Not to mention that it favors, Stanislaus, because they're right there. But I don't think Stanislaus is going to make it this year.
Okay, now when we talk about this, when you get upset and you see something that's maybe anti-Humboldt, anti-Frank Cheek, do you complain to the commissioner, or do you tell your AD, Dan Collin, to complain for you, or do you just, at this point, winning's winning no matter where you do it?
I think Dan's worse than I am.
Really?
Oh,
okay,
Dan. Dan gets irate when he sees that we're being discriminated against. I got to give him an A in that category. He fights for us, and he does not like to see the conference change rules simply because of a cost factor. We joined the conference because it gave us gains, because it didn't discriminate against location. Now we're in a conference, now it starts discriminating. How you figure?
Okay, well, and what's in the middle of the year? I mean, it's one thing in the summer, but to do something as the year started, I guess that's where it really stuck out to me, and I kind of took offense to it as a Humboldt State
Well, it was
guy.
in the works. It was in the works, and it just took, you get the coaches make a recommendation, and the ADs make a recommendation, and the presidents determine policy, and there are a few boards in between. So it was in the works the start of the year, and it just came to a climax.
Okay, as we continue to move forward here, and we're talking to Frank Cheek, the CC2A, we've talked to other coaches and asked them the GNAC to the CC2. I don't think I've asked you that question. A couple years now it's been since you've been in the CC2A. Your thoughts on that? Did you prefer the GNAC? Do you like the CC2A? Compare and contrast?
I never did like the other conferences because, when we had to go to Hawaii, that's fine, but then you had to go someplace else. And then the GNAC, you get rainouts. I never did like the GNACs. Didn't like the Pac-West, didn't like the GNAC. I guess that's why we won it 10 years in a row, you know. Let them know our feelings.
I can't imagine what you do in a conference you did like. Would you roll over for everyone and finished 0 for 10? Okay, Coach, as you go, you need to take 3 of 4. You're coming off a national championship. How much further does this team, what kind of strides do they need to make here as the season is shortening? Well,
as you can hear in the background, our pitchers, both of them are throwing, and they're working on their own, particularly today. They're every day Gracie gets stronger. You know, she threw a great game against Stanislaus in the first week of the season, struck out 13 batters, and everybody was happy. And I said, she's 80%. Well, she's probably 95% now, and hopefully she comes on her own and gets back in groove. And she's been hot and cold, but when she's hot, she's very difficult to beat.
And so have your bats, Coach. They've been hot and cold. Why do you think the hitting has not been as good this year, maybe, as a lot of us thought?
Actually, this year, we're hitting the ball pretty good. I mean, we got 52, 53 home runs. We're leading the league in that category. We're leading the league in batting average.
Well, does it surprise you then, Coach, I guess, when there's games where you only put up a run or two? Is that just a testament to the other team's pitching?
Well, the other teams have great pitching. Everybody's got good pitching in this league. That's the difference between the GNAC and the CC2A. Okay. Everybody has good pitching.
You probably miss the NCAC, huh?
I don't care. I'll play tiddlywinks wherever they want me to play tiddlywinks. I don't care.
Coach, that's why we love having you on. Frank Cheek joining us here on Humboldt State tonight on this beautiful softball day. We're talking all HSU softball all show long on Humboldt State tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Ignite your senses with the warmth of a wood, gas, or pellet stove from Schaefer's Ace Hardware. In Schaefer's Stove Department, select the style of stove that fits your lifestyle before the weather gets cold. Vermont Casting Stoves. They're not only beautiful, but an efficient heating solution for your home. Let Schaefer's Ace Hardware give you a demonstration and show you the full line of wood-burning and gas stoves by Vermont Castings. On sale now at Schaefer's Ace Hardware in Friendly Henderson Center, Eureka.
In today's world, it can be hard to keep up with all the changes we're facing. But one thing that will never change is Coast Central Credit Union's commitment to Northern California. Whether you need to reduce debt, remodel, or have found your perfect dream home, our local experienced member loan services officers are here to help. Isn't it time you joined? Belonging never felt better. Coast Central Credit Union.
Interception. The commission of the More Taste League. Bingo. You fellows have gotten your hands on some non-sanctioned light beer?
There was a big shiny display.
The league only recognizes light beer with more taste and the scant 3.2 grams of carbs. That's the yin and the yang, the bottom, the bing of light beer. Yes.
So which beers are league approved?
Beer, singular, Miller Lite.
Commission's wise.
Amen!
The official beer of the More Taste League. Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling.